We'll call to order the City of Douglasville City Council Legislative Work Session for today, which is March 29th. Our invocation will be done by Bishop Joe Phillips of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and after that, we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by the Mayor Pro Tem Richard Siegel. Please stand for the invocation. Okay, he isn't here. Our city clerk, who's always ready. So much, Ms. Acker.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. If you bow your heads, please. Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this meeting. We pray that you would direct our council members and protect all of them and their families as they go about in their daily lives. We thank you for tonight, for what will be discussed, and the outcome of every item on the agenda tonight. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, for leading us in the pledge, and to Ms. Acker for leading us in the invocation. We really appreciate it. So we will move on through the agenda. Announcements and presentations. We'll do our nomination for the position of Community Relations Director, and the City Council's vote on the ratification of that said notification on Monday at our meeting, April 2nd. So my nominee is Jason Post, and we'll take care of that on Monday. So the other thing is I'll just give some protocol for the meeting so that we will all be on the same page, and we're excited to have you tonight. I'd like to welcome you again to the City of Douglasville's Legislative Work Session. This is a work session where agenda items are presented for discussion and no official action will be taken tonight. Official action will be taken on these items discussed tonight on Monday, April the 2nd. If the business you are here for is not listed as an agenda item, there will be ample time under the agenda item comments from citizens and delegates section, and we ask that you would come forward at that time if you'd like to present to the council. There are a few protocol issues, and we ask that you pay attention. And if you have any questions, you can certainly raise those when I'm completed with the information. I ask that you keep your comments and presentations on a professional level, dealing with the facts that are important for this governing body to make our decisions. We will not accept comments that are considered by the chair to be a personal attack on any individual or group of individuals. You will receive a warning from the chair if you deviate from this requirement, and a second deviation will result in a request for you to leave the chambers and the premises for tonight's meeting. Only one person will speak at a time, please. Please do not applaud or react to speakers or speak with the audience, cheer or carry on conversations, or be disruptive in any way. I'll remind you that we only are required to accept public comments during required public hearings, and we are not required to accept public comments on other agenda items before this council, but we will maintain order. If you have a pager, old-time pager, but if you have a cell phone or any electronic devices, we ask that you would please put those in silent mode so they will not be disruptive during the meeting. Now, these are how the agenda items will be carried out tonight. The committee chairperson will read the agenda item. Then the person presenting the agenda item or applicant will make his or her presentation first, and that will be the only opportunity for you to present. Then the mayor and council members will possibly ask questions from the applicant to seek information. After that, the committee chair will ask for comments or statements from the audience. There will be a maximum time of 30 minutes for those to speak in favor and 30 minutes in opposition for the agenda item, and each person has 5 minutes to speak. Ms. Acker, our city clerk, has the timer. You'll hear like a bong, and that will be your key that your 5 minutes is suspended. Prior to approaching the podium, please give us your name and address for the record, and there should have been a card that you will have filled out to hand in to Ms. Acker. Each person has one opportunity, and this is not a question and answer format for the meeting. It's not a debate format. We'll just hear information, and it will be for us to consider as we make our decisions. Please address your comments to the chair And our policy is that if you have any printed material, that you will have submitted that to the city clerk and not distribute that information to the council members. So we are excited that you're here this evening, and if your agenda item is not, the thing that you want to discuss is not listed on the agenda item, during Citizens and Delegates comment is the time that you can come to the podium and present to us. So thank you again for your attendance tonight, and I want to thank the council for and the city staff for blessing me during the time of loss of my mother when I was in Ohio. I really appreciate all the support from the citizens and from the staff in the city. The flowers and everything was beautiful. So thank you so much, colleagues. It was such a blessing. So now we'll move on to the first agenda item, which is public safety, and that's chaired by Councilmember Samuel Davis.
Yes, Madam Mayor, I have a couple of items. Item A, request for an alcohol beverage license for the on-premise sale and consumption of wine and malt beverages at the Spirits Look at the following establishment: Licensing Unique Lounge LLC, DBA Unique Lounge, location 2135 Fairburn Road, proposed agent outlet manager LaToya Henry. The required fees have been paid into the finance department. Would the applicant please come down and state your name and your business address, please? Speak into the mic clearly so we can hear. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is LaToya Henry, and I am representing Unique Lounge LLC at 2135 Fairburn Road, Douglasville, Georgia 30134.
Okay. Council members, have any questions?
Tell us what you want to do.
Mark? Council Mark?
Chairman, you seem to pick on me as if I'm.
Yep. I'd like for you to get it started.
I'm accustomed to it. Ms. Henry, I would ask just for our viewing audience and also for all of us, can you give us an idea of where exactly this is located? I'm not familiar with that particular location. And second question, has this in prior times been a restaurant lounge under another name?
Yes, sir, it has been. We are located in the same shopping center as the Jump Joy and Just Dance. And we are next door to, we have several businesses that's next door to us, but we're right off of Fairburn Road, probably approximately about a half a mile from the QT when you get off of the interstate on 20.
You are north of I-20 or south?
I am directionally challenged, so when you get off the exit.
South.
South, thank you.
Should you not have a 30135?
You know where the
zip code?
twisted, it is 20135, yeah.
That's
Oh,
right there.
35, I'm sorry.
You know where the Twisted Pickle is?
Yes.
The old
It's that
Winn-Dixie
same area.
in
Okay.
that strip.
Okay. Now that they've given me the floor, I'll go ahead and ask the other question then concerning training as far as staff. How do you go about training your employees as far as the following the ordinances and the instructions that City of Douglasville's ordinances as far as serving of alcohol?
Okay, we have consulted with a certified alcohol and beverage trainer, Mr. Darius Johnson, who will come in and train the staff. But in order for the individuals to enter the premises, they must be 21 and older, and ID will be required prior to entering the premises. And prior to consuming alcohol, the service and manager myself will make sure that we verify all IDs of the individuals and a valid ID.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Any other council members?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us a bit about your menu?
Our menu is more so, I call it fun foods, sliders, wings, fries, and then we do have a healthy portion with salads and also like fish, fried fish, and French fries, onion rings, basic pub food.
Do you believe that you will be able to sell enough of this food so that your food to beverage alcohol ratio will meet the requirement of at least 51% food?
I do believe that, sir, especially since we're open during the lunchtime, and most people, of course, if you're coming in during lunchtime and you are on the clock, you should not be consuming alcohol at that time.
And you also have hookahs?
Yes, sir, we do.
How many different flavors of?
It depends on, basic flavors are roughly about 15, but a lot of times individuals like to mix the flavors and try different things.
I don't like that. But I like the food, though. So.
Thank you, sir.
Sure.
What name is that? question. What are your,
Yes, ma'am.
what will your hours of operation be?
The hours of operation for lunch were 11 to 3, and then we will be closing on weekdays before midnight, and on before Monday through Friday, roughly about 11, and on weekends before 1, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That includes on Sunday?
No, Sunday we will be closing prior to that.
Okay, thank you.
Any other council member? Okay, before I give my spiel, I like to see all business survive and maintain. And how are you going about your advertising? And I want to see stay open.
Yes, sir. We are active members, not just in the business community, but also community involvement. I am an active member within the schools as well. We do have children who attend Douglas County High School as well as Brighton Academy. Do have another business that my husband has operated, and within that business, we have also attended community involvement September Saturdays and different community events and passing out flyers. A lot of our publicity through social media, that is the biggest thing now, in ensuring that, we get our name out in different events, becoming business, joining the Better Business Bureau and things like that, and of course, partners in that.
Okay, because I'm gonna come. I would like to come visit you all.
Please do.
And I know the location.
Yes,
I know
sir.
the location. The people that used to be there. And I want to see y'all do good and be successful.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Is there any more questions?
I'm sorry, go ahead, Mayor.
Thank you so much, Councilman Watts. Mr. Chairman, I was just going to make a statement and ask a question.
Yes,
Are you all the owners of Edible Arrangements as well?
My husband, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you do have a model for 2 to 5
Yes,
years
ma'am, we
to-
do.
Yes, so that's a successful business. I just received a couple of those edible arrangements for an event, so thank you
No
for
problem.
expanding your business acumen and going to another facility and
Yes,
hopefully have
ma'am.
another business. So that's the only comment I want to ask that question, because I thought you all were owners of Edible Arrangements on Douglas Boulevard, and now you have this business.
Yes, ma'am, So in that business, we have been the owner-operator for roughly about 6 years now.
Yes, ma'am. All right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Coach Watts?
Yeah, thank you,
Chairman
Mr.
Watts?
Chairman. I just have one question. I noticed that y'all plan to have live entertainment. What type of entertainment do y'all anticipate having?
Well, we've had individuals who approached us already about doing like live poetry, live band. We've even have where I've attended events where we've had like set dance classes come out and mingle, wind down, where it's more so like happy hour, but it's with the business aspects, exchanging your business cards and interacting with individuals, smaller business in the community.
We need more live entertainment for our restaurant.
Yes,
That'd be
we do.
great. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay. Is that it? Thank you, and come back on Monday, and I appreciate you all opening up, and welcome to the city.
Thank you. I appreciate your time. Enjoy.
Thank you. Okay, item B, request for alcoholic beverage license for the retail package sale of wine, malt beverages, and at the following establishment: Licensed Racetrack Petroleum Inc., DBA Racetrack number 619, location 5669 Fathom Road. Proposed agent outlet manager Jeff Zerlus. The required fees have been paid into the finance department. Will the applicant please come forward?
Good evening, Council.
Good evening.
Aye.
My name is Jeff Thuriel, and I am representing Racetrack Petroleum at 5669 Fairburn Road, Douglasville, Georgia.
That's the new one being opened up, right?
Yes, sir.
Look nice. Can't wait. Okay, any question from the council, Mayor?
No questions, just excited. See you.
All
Thank you for
right.
coming.
Harry.
Excited. So how do you go about training your staff?
All employees, when they are hired, go through a 2-day orientation at our corporate office. where they are tested, and once they pass, they are put into a 2-day training inside a store to be trained further and get live training with actual alcohol and everything. And we are trained to 100% in Douglas County ID everybody. No permissions at all.
So may I ask, is there an opening date planned yet?
We are closing the old location on April 11th and opening hopefully on the 27th of April.
Wow. Hope to be at the grand opening. Okay, thank you. If there's no more questions, I will come back on Monday and we'll
Thank you.
yes. Okay, thank you. Item C, authorize the mayor to sign a law enforcement agreement and a commerce service agreement with Lexis Nexus Claim Solutions Inc. to allow the company to fulfill electronic requests for the police department accident report. Susan?
Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman, in fall of 1916, we had a request from a company called APRIS to enter our police accident reports into their multi-state database where they would supply them to folks who requested them. A lot of lawyers use that database because they're from different states or they're not from here or whatever, and they don't know how to get free records. We had two concerns then. One was that we wanted to still be able to supply them ourselves, and we have to do that under open records, and we wanted to make sure that they were supplying those accident reports in accordance with state law. They're actually confidential except to a few people who have business getting an accident report. Since that time, APRIS has been bought by LexisNexis, and they've sent us their contract, which looks much better. First of all, it's not exclusive. We still would be able to supply accident reports, and in most cases we do that for free because we send them out electronically and it doesn't take more than 15 minutes to do that. And in this case, they're covenanting to enforce the state law, whatever the law of this state is with regard to those accident reports. They say that they will enforce that. How it will work for this company is that every time they supply a requested accident report, they will charge the user, I believe it's $11, and we will receive $5 for basically not doing anything other than uploading our accident reports into their system as we make them, as we create them. And that's the deal for Nexus, LexisNexis.
Any questions from the council? Madam Mayor?
I did, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Littlefield. I just had a couple of questions, and we may have gone over this in 2016. As it relates to the accident report, does the police officer at the time give a person a card where they can receive their accident report, or do they think that they're supposed to come to the police department? I know Councilmember LaShawn Danley said initially if people didn't have accessibility to computerized reports, if they can come into the police department to pick that hard copy up. And how does all of that work? Is it the same?
This does not stop individuals from coming by the police department.
Okay.
This process is a process that helps mainly some insurance company from having to send someone all the way out here just to get a hard copy of a police report.
Yes, sir.
We upload our accident reports to the system. This is our Department of Transportation application, which is throughout the state. The Georgia Chiefs Association is behind this process, and just about all the police department is doing this. We get $5 out of this situation. Now, again, our citizens, they can come, pick it up just like they've been doing since we been in law enforcement business there. So it just we just getting up to date with the current operations of traffic enforcement in the state.
Yes, sir. So it's just easier, too, for the vendor or for, like, the insurance company, if that person is bringing their vehicle, they will have gotten the report at the time of the accident, but then the insurance company can ask for the report, and the police department or this company will be able to send that report to the Brent's Body Shop or whomever else would want the...
Yes, they can call us, and we can upload and send
Okay.
it directly.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Littlefield. Thank you, Chief.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, Madam Mayor, I'd like to put this on the consent agenda for Monday, if it's council pleasure.
Any opposition to that?
Okay, that's all I have. Madam Mayor, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Chairman. We'll move on to Community and Economic Development Committee. That's chaired by Mayor Pro Tem Richard Siegel.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We do have a few items. First item is to adopt a resolution declaring the week of April 22nd through the 28th, 2018 as Georgia Cities Week in the city of Douglasville with the theme of Georgia's Cities in the Spotlight.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. Chelsea Jackson, Operations Manager, 6695 Church Street, Douglasville, Georgia. This is a resolution, we've done it for the past 14 years. It just talks about Georgia Cities Week and what the city will be doing during that time. As always, we will have the second graders visit on April 27th, as well as we will have the Ultimate Block Party, which will also be on April 27th from 5 to 9 p.m., as well as we'll have our Spring Cleanup Week event that we always have, sponsored by Keep Douglasville Beautiful.
Any comments or questions from Mayor and Council?
Cleanup Week is, Ms. Pageant just asked me, and I didn't know. It's the 22nd through the 28th.
Yes, ma'am.
It's
It
spring
begins
cleanup.
on that Monday, so it'll be April 23rd through the 26th. But I'm sure Mr. Roberts will have
23rd
more
through the
information
26th.
as that comes along as well.
So, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, is that on that, it's on that, on your receptacle, on that sticker, when cleanup is?
I believe it is.
Isn't that on everyone's
I
truck
believe
Mr. Roberts will
receptacle?
have more information regarding what is exactly on the sticker, but it is April 23rd through the 26th.
Okay.
And you should have all items placed on the curb by 7 a.m. And for more information, you can email sanitation@douglasvillega.gov.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Jackson.
Mr. Chairman, question just from previous years. I know we have hosted, and I think that is this a part of the second graders visit, as you had mentioned, Ms. Jackson, on that same Friday, the 27th?
Yes, sir.
And would that need to be advertised as far as a meeting, a public meeting, as far as the council and mayor potentially holding a mock council meeting? Are we prepared for that?
Yes, sir. As in past years, we will have it advertised as well.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
All right, well then, if there's no objections from council, ask to put this on the consent agenda for Monday. Next three items are all related. First one is to appoint an individual to serve as the Post 2 member of the Downtown Development Authority for a term expiring March 22nd, 2022. C is appoint an individual to serve as the Post 3 member of the Downtown Development Authority to fill an unexpired term expiring March 22nd, 2019. And D is to appoint an individual who may be an elected official of the city to serve on the Post 7 member, as the Post 7 member of the Downtown Development Authority.
As our city manager, Ms. Hampton, has stated in committee's meeting, we will have a ballot for the Post 2, Post 3, and Post 7 members that you may select or appoint at that time. And also on April 2nd, we will discuss it further and also reiterate those individuals that you have interviewed in the past.
So basically, we've got one seat for an elected official, and then we've got two seats. That one is for a full 4-year term, one has a remaining 1-year term, and from the candidates that we've interviewed, we'll vote to decide who gets which. All right, seems pretty straightforward, as long as we don't have any more last-minute interviews pop up. All right, that's all we have under Community and Economic Development Committee. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Mayor?
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. We'll move on now to item 7, which is Planning and Development Committee, and that's chaired by Councilmember Mark Adams.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have several items tonight under Planning and Development. Item A, item 22-18-33, we had tabled from the March 19, 2018 meeting. So before I read it, I will make a motion to remove from the table item 22-18-
It's Monday.
Monday's when you move to remove it from the table.
I apologize. My instruction was to remove it from the table. I apologize. Table from March 19th, 2018, hold a public hearing and consider a request for a special land use permit for automotive sales and service of new and used cars for property zone CG General Commercial District, being .37 acres at 8104 Highway 92, Land Lot 17, District 1, Section 5C, Parcel 1, application by Tian Holding, LLC. Is there anyone here to represent this application for this public hearing? we do need to hold the public hearing, so is there anyone here that would represent or would like to speak in favor of the public hearing at this time?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I just want to note that the applicant, representing TN Holding, has requested to withdraw his application.
Okay, then would assume then on Monday night we would remove this item from the table and then bring it up for a vote to take no action. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ruffin. I appreciate it. Moving along, on B, consider a request for revised plat approval for the purpose of combining two parcels for 3.13 acres and to further subdivide Tract 1 for .86 acres at 913 Highway 92 in land lot 635, District 1, Section 3, parcels 2 and 12. Application by Jimmy Dale Hulsey. Come forward, Mr. Hulsey, if you would, and give us your name and address for the record.
Yes, sir. Name Jimmy Halsey, live at 965 Old Dallas Highway, Douglasville. I'd like to say good evening, Madam Mayor and council members. This revisement that I'm asking for, my client, the property that DOT took was about 30 foot in front of my strip center. And to start out with was this 0.86, which within a tenth of an acre, which is 37,000 square feet. And the client that's wanting to buy the whole place with that acre, or right at an acre, says, you know, that he just didn't have enough room in front and he would need this. So I went back to my surveyor and he surveyed it out and showed where he could, on 37,000 square feet of property, that it could be handled that way. And that way it separates the other 3.17, it would stay like it is, which is all commercial, you know, and been zoned. And that'd be for other businesses. So I'd appreciate your consideration on this, and if you possibly help us on it, we appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hulsey. Are there questions that council may have of the applicant? Okay. Seeing none, Mr. Hulsey, if you will come back on Monday, we will have a vote on this item for you. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Okay, item C, consider a request for revised plat approval for Paul Mason for the purpose of subdividing into two lots for 2.58 acres at 5675 and 5727 Palazzo Way, land lot 906, District 18, Section 2, Parcel 4, application by Mr. Paul Mason. Is Mr. Mason here tonight or someone to represent this application? Please come forward, sir. If you would please state your name and address for the record, sir, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Paul Mason. My address is 5653 Brookstone Drive, Ackworth, Georgia, 30101.
Thank you, sir. Tell us what it is that you're wanting to do here.
What we have here is a property that's about a little over 2.5 acres, and it has two separate buildings on it. And I'd like to be able to separate the property into two so that somewhere in the future I could sell the buildings separately, or potentially I've got a church that is currently occupying one of the buildings, and I could do a lease option to purchase for them whilst maintaining the other property. There's no clear plan today, but I want the flexibility to do that in the future.
Okay. Council, any questions of the applicant concerning this? I did have a question, Mr. Mason. Did you purchase the property with it all in one plat with the two buildings on it?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you purchased it in that fashion?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And I subsequently, the one building was, the building with the church in it was vacant at the time, and they're now a new tenant, and, you know, potentially they may want to buy the property, and I'd like to be able to let them do that.
I understand. Okay. Any question?
Just if, Mr. Chairman, you want to go back to Australia, you know, we can.
I'm actually from New Zealand, but I appreciate it.
New Zealand is close. Thank you. I knew I heard something.
Yeah, it is. Very close.
Any other questions or comments? Thank you, Mr. Mason. for
Well,
the
actually, I've just
application.
become an American citizen earlier this week, so
Oh,
I'm actually
Congratulations.
congratulations.
Welcome. Thank you. We will take this up on Monday night for a vote. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, item D. Request approval of a development plan for Cyrus One Atlanta LLC, plans dated March 2nd, 2018, for 44 acres at 1551 North River Road, located land lot 172, District 1, Section 5, Parcel 15, application by Danny Cowser. Mr. Cowser, how are you, sir? I assume you are Mr. Cowser. Okay, well then give us your name and address for the record, please.
I'm David Blumenthal. My address is 4317 Park Drive in Norcross. I'm with Travis Pruitt and Associates. I'm the civil engineer for this project.
Yes, sir.
Also got Cassie Reimers, who's the project architect, so that we can answer any questions. You guys saw this project last session for a parking variance. We're developing the piece of property described on the application with a data center. It's going to be ultimately a 450,000 square foot building. Phase 1 is what we're applying for right now, is going to be about 300,000 square feet. Like I said, it's a data center. It's not going to have a whole lot of traffic once it gets up and running. The mechanical equipment that's associated with it is located at the rear of the building and is going to be screened, and the development meets the city requirements. And if you've got any questions, we're here to answer.
Thank you. Council? Yes, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, go ahead.
Have you seen, you've been all over this property, right? Have you seen a lot of hogs?
I haven't noticed any.
Okay, because I know John Rooker Jr., he was out there hunting hogs when they first acquired the property, and they were making a mess all over the place. So watch out for them.
Okay.
Other comments? Yes, Mr. Miller?
It's a nice elevation you got there, compliment on it. What's the materials you're showing there?
Sorry, on the
What are the materials that you're showing on the elevation?
The building is mostly precast concrete. The main office part is going to be a curtain wall system.
Ma'am, would you please give us your name and address for the record, just so that our viewing audience can identify, please?
Cassie Reimers, 401 North Houston Street, Dallas, Texas, 75202.
Thank you. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead, Mr. Miller.
Is that those alpolic panels around the entrance area? Is that?
Those are cement fiber panels.
You're the project architect? Or? Okay.
That's correct.
So you're the one who actually had to draw.
Yes.
Probably quite a few hours in on that rendering, I'm sure. Been there, done that. Okay, thank you very much.
Other questions or comments for the applicant? Seeing none, if you all will come back on Monday night, we will take action on this item.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Madam Mayor, that's all that we have tonight under Planning and Development.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. We'll move on to Parks and Recreation Committee. That's chaired by Councilmember Chris Watts.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business tonight under Parks and Rec.
Thank you, sir. We'll move on to Finance Committee. That's chaired by Councilmember Mark Adams as well.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have two items tonight. First is to adopt a resolution declaring as surplus and authorizing the sale and auction of various city-owned vehicles and items of personal property. How are you this evening?
Good evening, Council, Mayor. What we're planning to do is have an auction. Oh, my name's Tommy Dimon with the Police Department. Have an auction for all the surplus vehicles, equipment, anything we have basically in the city. You should have a list in front of you there of everything that we're looking at. There's probably, on average, about 30 vehicles right now. We've got everything scheduled to go into the paper over the next 4 weeks. We're going to use RJO Auction Company. It's who we used last time. They done very well for us. We brought a total of about $108,000 in between what went back into our asset forfeiture funds and the city funds. So we're hoping, can't guarantee we'll do that well this year, but we'll do our best. But the auction scheduled for May 5th at 9 o'clock. The auction company will handle all the advertising for that, and that's pretty much it.
Thank you, Mr. Deming. You all do see that you have an attachment showing the items that are up for auction. Is there any question or comment of council for Officer Deming? Yes, Mr. Miller.
I noticed that there's a Dallas Cowboys jacket on the list. Is that actually going to be auctioned, or is that going to be just properly disposed of?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Oh, my gosh.
You have a Dallas Cowboys jacket on the list. Is that going to be properly disposed of, or is that going to be auctioned as well?
It'll be auctioned as well. Everything on the list will be auctioned.
Seized.
Burn and bury the ashes if you
Any other comments? Yes, Madam Mayor.
I'm not talking about the Dallas Cowboys. The cheerleaders are great. So, Officer Denning, these were some seized items?
I'm sorry.
Seized items?
There is some seized items on there. All the seized items would be vehicles. Anything that's on I think it's the last 2 pages.
Yes,
that's
sir.
all stuff that went through evidence and it's of disposed cases.
Okay.
It could be any number of things, from stuff that was stolen, stuff that was acquired by fraudulent means, and we don't have any way to get it back to the true owner.
Yes, sir.
And once the case is disposed of, then it basically becomes ours to try to do something with. So that's where we auction it off. As you can see, that's 2 years worth, because we had an auction in 2016. And you see how many items are there.
Wow.
And every time the court sends us the disposal letters, that stuff gets moved, and we wait till we have another auction to get rid of it.
Yes, sir. And we don't do govdeals.com for any of this?
No, ma'am. I've looked into that, and I've talked to some other agencies, and I get a lot of mixed feelings about that.
Okay.
So I've just tried to shy away. And,
Auctions.
myself and Zach Artis, when he was here, we pushed this auction in 2016. It worked.
Okay.
And I set a goal to have another one in 2 years, and that's where we're at now. So it seems... It gets a lot of stuff we have just sitting out of here. It gets rid of our clutter and gives us a little bit of money back in the city.
Okay. Thank you so much, Officer
You
Denning.
bet.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes. Any other comment or question? Thank you, Officer Deming.
Thank you.
Is there a reason why we would not place this on the consent agenda? If not, then I would appreciate that. Item B, authorize the mayor to sign a contract with Ronnie Odom for auction services in connection with the planned city auction on May 5th, 2018. And we have attached the contract for their services. Any comment or question or any input from staff?
Is this Mr. Chairman, is this the same ones that have?
The same auctioneer?
Same auctioneer? Yes.
And we're pretty pleased with the auctioneer. The auctioneer is the same that we've used in the past. Y'all are pretty happy with?
Oh, very happy with this service.
Thank you. Obviously, I would like to see this on the consent agenda also. Okay. Thank you very much. And that's all that we have under finance tonight. Madam Mayor, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. We'll move on now to item 10, which is Information Technology Committee. That's chaired by Councilmember Terry Miller.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no items at this time.
Thank you, sir. Maintenance and Sanitation Committee, the vice chair is Councilmember Mark Adams. He's gone? He's there. Oh, I apologize. I didn't see you leave.
Sorry, Madam Mayor.
That's
No
okay.
business tonight under that committee.
You have to duplicate yourself. Okay, we'll move on to Transportation Committee. That's chaired by Councilmember Dr. LaShawn Danley.
No items tonight, Madam Mayor, and thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. You're welcome. Personnel and Organization Committee. That's chaired by Mayor Pro Tem Richard Siegel.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. No business tonight.
Thank you, sir. Ordinance and Intergovernmental Committee. That's chaired by Councilmember Vice Chair, Councilmember LaShawn Danley.
No items, Madam Mayor, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Item 15 is Education and Training Committee. That's chaired by Councilmember Samuel Davis.
No items at this time, Madam Mayor. Thank you.
You're welcome. Communications Committee. That's also chaired by Councilmember Samuel Davis. Any business?
No communication at this time, Madam Mayor. Thank you.
Okay. For other business, there is an item, and that's in Planning and Development Committee, and it's item is for Councilmember Mark Adams, so we'll let you handle your item.
Sure. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
The voting item, actually, so. Are we voting tonight? Okay, we're voting tonight.
Prior to that, under other business, if I might, was
Yes,
there
sir.
going to be a mention of our Human Resources Department and the award that they were given yesterday. Just want to make sure that that's mentioned before we go into this business.
Yes, sir.
I can do it under staff report.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
We're excited. We're excited to get.
Well, I was there. I was able to
Correct.
attend yesterday, so I wanted to make sure that that was heard.
Yes.
Item 22-18-35, adopt a resolution imposing a moratorium on acceptance of applications seeking A, rezoning of property to IH Heavy Industrial District, or B, future land use amendments seeking heavy industrial use, or C, a special land use permit for any use on IH Heavy Industrial District zone property, accepting only applications seeking to renew any current and unexpired special land use permit on IH zone property, with such moratorium to expire on June 30th, 2018.
Is that the
20.
Is the 20th correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, June 20th is correct.
Yes, sir.
And I was going to turn it over to our Assistant City Attorney, Ms. Susan Littlefield, for discussion concerning this item. Do I need to do that after making a motion?
That's proper, yes.
Question. Yes.
I'm sorry?
Yes, sir. Please
So
do
make the
that.
motion first?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. On item 22-18-35, I make a motion to approve. Sorry?
Thank
Second.
You. Thank you. It's been properly moved in second to approve item 22-18-35. For any comments or discussion, the chairman has opened it up for the Assistant City Attorney, Ms. Susan Littlefield, to give us an explanation. So if you don't mind doing that at this time, we'd appreciate it.
Yes, sir. You recently had a moratorium in place like this one, and your staff did some work on it, but that work is not finished. We let the moratorium expire without extending it also, and we are asking you now to extend it to give us some more time to work on that and to recommend to you changes in your ordinance. I will say, too, that it's imperative that you vote tonight. We did receive an application for a special land use permit for a quarry late last week, but we rejected that application today due to the errors that were in it. You will most likely receive another application very soon if you don't put this into place, and so I would urge you to vote on it tonight.
Thank you so much, Ms. Assistant City Attorney. Are there any comments from council members after receiving the explanation? Well, thank you so much. It's been properly moved in second to approve item 22-18-35 with a moratorium to extend through June 20th, 2018. All of those in favor of approving this motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nay. Unanimously approved. Item 22-18-35 is approved to expire June 20th, 2018.
That's all that I have, Madam Mayor. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. We'll move on to item 18, which is the City Attorney, Colonel Joel Dotson.
No business, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Chief Assistant City Attorney, Ms. Susan Littlefield.
No business, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. Chief of Police, Gary
Business,
Sparks.
Madam Mayor.
Thank you. You have a festival coming.
Yes, Saturday from 12 to 5. Everybody come out. This is our first spring festival, and we will have an Easter egg hunt. We have bouncy houses and the food carts and food vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
In the Army, we call them roach coaches, but we won't. They don't like that. They'll
Oh,
say,
food
everybody
trucks.
like, who been in the Army? Who been in the military? You remember that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Food vehicle. I'm sorry. Yeah, we gotta make it fun around here. You know what I mean? But anyway, come on out. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have music. We're gonna have laughter. We're gonna have fun, and then come out and enjoy your day at your police department. We are one serving the community. Oneness. That's what we're about. Thank you.
12 to 2. 12 to 5. Woo, that's a long day. Thank you so much, Chief. We'll move on to the City Manager, Ms. Marsha Hampton.
Yes, ma'am. I would ask that you all, when we send out the highlights on Friday, if you pay attention to the section for employees for condolences, we do have some announcements of some passings that I think you all would want to be aware of. One including our former service delivery strategy attorney, Buddy Welch. For some of you who may or may not know, Buddy Welch did pass away. So those funeral services were on Wednesday. So unfortunately, that's some sad news to report. Also, if I could have Ms. Tia Alston under staff reports come up, she has an announcement to make on behalf of the City of Douglasville and the Human Resources Department.
Thank you so much, Ms. City Manager. So, Ms. Austin Bean, the new married name.
Tia Austin Bean, Human Resources Director, City of Douglasville. On yesterday, March 28th, the City of Douglasville's Human Resources Department was recognized by the Society for Human Resource Management Association Atlanta chapter as an Impact Award winner for Best in Class Human Resources Services to our employees and our citizens. So we are excited about that. Thank you to Councilman Adams and Councilman Watts who attended with us. It was a conference of over 2,000 human resources professionals from around, mainly from around the Georgia area. But public and private sector employers were represented there. So we're happy to bring that home. You have that trophy or award there, but we just want to say thank you to our human resources staff and to all of our employees who help us to be able to provide best-in-class services to them. So we're very happy about that. So.
And also thank you to council members Adams and Watts who were able to attend as well.
Yes. Thank you so much. If the council doesn't mind, we're going to take a photo with Ms. Tia, and we will congratulate you. Congratulations, and thank you so much for everything that you do for us to make us best in class. Let's give her a hand.
Thank you.
Madam Mayor, if I might, or Ms. City Manager, if I might mention, I apologize for trying to steal your thunder.
No, sir. No stealing. You can have it.
Okay, so we come around and take a photo, please, and then we'll come back.
Squeeze on in here, Mr. Miller. There we go. Ready, big smile.
And have one more update for the mayor and council under staff reports. We would like to invite you all out to our annual employee field day at Hunter Park on Tuesday, April the 10th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is a part of our wellness program, Be Fit with DFIT. We put on this event every year in the spring to be able to allow our employees just a friendly departmental competition of a physical activity. This year we are doing softball, so we have some people signed up that want to play. Of course, they take home prizes and a trophy. We will have food, games, music, activities. So if you're able to stop by Hunter Park on Tuesday, April 10th, please do. We'd love to have you, and we just want to make mention of that so that you'll have ample time if you're able to stop by. And that's all I have.
Thank you so much, Ms. Austin Bean. We appreciate that, and congratulations again. City Manager, did you have anything in addition? I know we didn't get to other business from council members. I don't know if I went over that quickly. We're getting to that voting item, but Councilmember LaShomber Danley, you want to tell us about your meeting that's scheduled for April 12th, please?
Thank you, Madam Mayor, for the time. And also, just want to thank our city manager, Marsha Hampton, for collaborating and getting everyone together just to come together in regards to transportation and the Highway 92 project. There have been just out in the community different words and different conversations in regards to the date of the completion of Highway 92, and with the closing of Mosley Street crossing and the rerouting of trucks, it is a lot of growing pains. So on April the 12th, our city manager have worked with me in regards to getting representatives from the Georgia Department of Transportation, Norfolk Southern, Ms. Dana Lemon, who is an appointee from Congressman David Scott's office, and other elected officials will be in attendance so that we can have some discussion in regards to completion dates and other concerns that we have. And our city manager and I will meet prior to that, and you're welcome to as well. If you have any questions, please email her any questions if you'd like to ask those questions. It's very imperative that we're on the same page so that we can articulate to our residents about what's going on clearly in regards to the Highway 92 project. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, Councilmember Burdanley. As I explained to you earlier today, I have a call in to Commissioner McMurray from Georgia Department of Transportation. I left an extensive message with his executive assistant and delineated all of our concerns, and hopefully we'll have some more meat to the conversation. I'm sure he'll give me a call back, and I'll make sure that we put that information in with the rest of the information for that meeting. Okay, so staff reports. We have any staff reports additional? Okay, comments from citizens and delegates. Now is the opportunity. You sustained the meeting. If you would like to address the mayor, myself, and council members now, you're welcome to come to the podium, give us your name and address for the record, and we'll be happy to hear from you. Good evening.
Charles DePriest, 5238 Saracen Trail, Douglasville, Georgia. Wanted to, first of all, good evening, Madam Mayor, council members. Appreciate y'all listening to me tonight. First, want to express my disappointment in the moratorium that was just passed tonight. Also, that was passed December the 19th, and I'm sure it was done, you know, by the rules without public comment. And obviously, that's something that this group doesn't want to hear. The other side of the issue, and this pertaining to the Johnny Blankenship property. To my surprise, I guess the application was rejected, I'm sure due to some minor errors, I guess. But just really, really disappointed. And I guess as a citizen here, Douglasville, I understand this project. We've got county citizens that are concerned about it. But as a citizen here, with the procedure that took place without public comment, probably taking into account probably phone calls from the other side leading up to this, what maybe some comments I can gather from the group on why we're looking at a moratorium specifically targeted at this. I mean, it's no question it's targeted at this specific project. So I don't know if y'all could provide comments or give me any direction there, but that's what I'd like to hear from the group, specifically on the moratorium.
Yes, sir. Well, in the beginning of the meeting, I went over the procedural rules and protocol and said that, of course, we would love to hear from any citizens that would come to the podium and give us your name and address and any information that you wanted to provide, but it is not a question and answer session for us or a debate. So we're not going to respond in that, only that we passed, it stands on its own merit, the moratorium that we passed to do a study. And we extended it from the previous moratorium for that same information. So not taking any sides, just looking at the development and any others, not targeting that particular development, but all heavy industrial development in the city of Douglasville.
Okay, all right. So I guess individually, we could probably have some meetings and have a question and answer session.
If council members are open to that, that's up to their,
Yep.
it's,
Okay.
their choice.
Okay, well, thank you, and
Thank you.
maybe I look forward to y'all accepting an invitation to meet with me.
Thank you so
individually.
much, Mr. Priest. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The floor is still open for any other citizens or delegates that may want to come and address the council. You're welcome to come at this time. Okay, not seeing any. There is an executive session, and I open the floor for a motion to adjourn to executive session to discuss pending or potential litigation.
So moved.
Second. Oh, I apologize. Okay. I'll rescind my.
Withdraw my motion.
Thank you. Withdrawn motion, accepted to be withdrawn. We'll move on to citizen delegates. Please give us your name and address for the record.
Lon Bell, 6470 Cedar Mountain Road, Douglasville.
Yes, sir.
Mayor and council, thank y'all for a brief opportunity. I won't keep you very long. Just wanted to thank you for instating the moratorium. And I don't feel that it was targeted. I think y'all are looking to do what's best for the county as a whole. And just from a person in the county, such as the last one that spoke, our side, we want the best development for our county. And I recognize that y'all have strived to do that, putting the moratorium on. And I just want to take a moment to thank you for doing that and looking after our county and the citizens. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bell. We appreciate your comments. Any other comments from citizens and delegates? Okay, not seeing any, then we'll go back to, I make a motion to adjourn into executive session to discuss pending or potential litigation.
So moved.
Thank you. It's been. Second. Oh, second. Thank you. It's been properly moved in second. Thank you, Councilman Watts. I was moving quickly. It's been properly moved in second to adjourn into executive session to discuss pending or potential litigation. All those in favor of adjourning into executive session, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Thank you. The ayes have it. We are adjourned into executive session.